Hello, hello, what's good? It's your boy Little Shiv. How you doing? Okay, today we're reviewing Season 3 My Hero Academia Episode 6. If you haven't seen the episode, go see it because there will be spoilers here. Spoilers alert. Alright, make sure to hit the subscribe, like, and comment down below if you like the video. It really helps me out, guys, and I want to hear your comments. If you don't like me anyway, tell me I'm fat, ugly, whatever, you can't see, but okay, let's get right into it. So, this episode is about continuing on. The League of Villains had invaded the training camp where the hero students were actually training. So, the summer camp. So, what happened is Tokiyami had, at the end of the last episode, if you don't remember, Tokiyami had released his Dark Shadow. That happened this episode. And by the way, if you haven't seen the episode, that's alright. I'm going to fill you in on the details, and you keep on here but if you don't have time. But I recommend you go watch it after, because it was really, really a kick-ass episode. And moving right along. Alright, so the League of Villains... So the League of Villains had invaded the training camp that the hero students were studying at, the summer camp, and Tokiyami, if you don't remember from the last episode, had just unleashed his Dark Shadow because he'd succumbed because of the tension of the situation, and Dark Shadow's power was magnified because of the darkness around him. All right, now what we got to remember is that this episode used a very familiar plot and very familiar I guess has very, very familiar character tropes that we've seen throughout the shonen anime genre. It all started a lot. I mean, it didn't start with Naruto, but we saw in Naruto again, like the hero kind of versus villain. That kind of happens to Bakugo and Midori. Sasuke and Naruto, obviously. So this episode is where we kind of see the descent of Bakugo going into darkness, and that all starts with Tokiyami. If you don't believe it, actually goes further than that. This has been happening since the beginning of the series, but it really started kicking off. The motions of Bakugo's descent into darkness really started kicking off when Stain died, because that's when things really changed. If you see, there was a previous video on YouTube talking about how Stain changed the game, so what it meant to be a villain or a hero. I cannot agree more with that. Everything is different now. If you look at the show has actually completely changed from more. It's grown. It's really found its roots, because almost every single episode since the Stain episode has had a very clear message, a defining message, a very thematic episode telling us what it means to be a hero, what does it mean to be a villain. So in this episode, we see Tokiyami falling prey to his Dark Shadow. What this represents is him falling prey to his anger, his own pathology, kind of the evil side within him, as one does, as a villain does, embracing the evil side. But what happens is Tokiyami, eventually he calms down, because what he does is he listens to Midori. He listens to Midori's plan. If you listen to the part where Midori says to him, embrace your Dark Shadow, he listens to his friends, and by listening to his friends represent the good. They represent the conscience. By listening to his conscience, he's able to get out of that situation. He's able to return back to order, back to being a civilized person, back to who he is, Tokiyami, rather than Dark Shadow. Dark Shadow literally represents falling prey to the evil within, i.e. Dark Shadow. Alright, so Bakugo definitely has potential to be a villain, and you can see that right here, because he, unlike Tokiyami, he doesn't really listen to his friends. When they say, stay close to me and follow me, he kind of just doesn't take it seriously. He's always kind of considering himself a victim and hard done by in terms of how he acts. If you see, at every situation, he always feels like he hasn't got his way or it's not enough. And growing up, he was kind of also a bully, but I won't hold him to that. But that is what he's become. See, the downfall of a hero is when you start convincing them. The first downfall of a good person is convincing them that they're a victim. Because they're not evil by nature, they wouldn't do anything bad, but you've convinced Bakugo that he's a victim. So that's exactly what's happened here. So, well, if I were to define to you what a hero means, so a hero is one that embodies courage and that will boldly leap into the unknown, regardless of the consequences to themselves, because they can handle it, because they are heroes, because they will step up to the challenge, because that's what makes them a hero. A villain, on the other hand, they embody fear. They shy away from the unknown, not because they can't do it, not because they can't succeed and beat the unknown, but because they're afraid of failure. So, what I'm trying to say is that a villain is generally full of resentment and succumbs to the unfairness of the trial, which, I mean, there is an unfairness there, but, a hero steps up to the challenge and boldly does it. And that is really the difference, and that's what the show is hammering in each time. Because if you look at Midoriya, if you look at the heroes in this show, they only have one goal, and what is that goal? That's to help their friends. That's to run into the unknown. I mean, the good heroes, not the fucking guy who runs fast, not the good heroes have one goal in this show, and that's to help their friends. And the villains on the other hand, they succumb to their various pathologies. If we look at the Tooth villain, all he does is want to kill people. He wants to get their blood. If we look at the other villain, the girl villain, she wants to, I guess, torture people, and she also has some loyalty to the League of Villains, but she doesn't really appear to really, because she was trying to do a job, but her main motive is just to I guess get turned on by torturing people. And then we look at the other two; they seem to be the most loyal members to the League of Villains. And other guys, I'll name this out. You notice how Stain's name keeps getting brought up again and again. It's because Stain changed the game. I can't say that enough, people. Stain changed the game. All right, look. The reason Stain changed the game, to be restated, the reason Stain changed the game completely is because he changed what it meant to be a hero. Because you no longer see all these heroes as good people. You see these people as kind of people who've just kind of done what society has told them, become a hero. But that the true definition of a hero is someone that boldly faces the unknown, and we can clearly see that only very few of the heroes are actually doing that. So shout out to my man, I can't remember his name, Shogoku, I think. Yeah, Shogoku. He steps in, he does what he does, but a lot of them are just running away. This guy isn't a hero. Hopefully he does something later, but yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. So this show is a representation of kind of tyranny, the tyranny of a hero society. Whenever you got to be a hero, you got to get registered quick, you got to do the right thing. You can't, even when Midori does the right thing and takes down Slain, and his group takes down Slain, they can't take credit for it. They can't tell anyone, because that is the tyranny of society. As a villain, you can do whatever the fuck you want. Bakugo, he didn't want to win the competition, but they made him win the competition. They tied him. They forced him to have his medal in his mouth. He didn't want to fucking do that. That's tyranny. That's tyranny. But with tyranny comes order, and that is the whole point. That is what hero versus villains is. It's the story of our life. It's a story of us, you, me, people, your friends. It's a story of, will we be heroes? Will we fall to order? Will we succumb to tyranny? Or will we become antisocial? Will we rebel? Will we do what we want? And it's not as clear cut. You're not either a hero or a villain, or you don't live long enough to see yourself become the villain, or you die a hero. It's nothing like that. But you do live long enough to see yourself become the villain, because that is a bit nuanced. A bit like, what I'm trying to say is there's a mix of both. You have some tendencies, some things which are pathological. So, but can you imagine what society would be if we all fell to our pathologies? If we all, exactly what we want, didn't care about anyone else's, or just cut people open, did all our fantasies. I mean, demons, literal demons, people. These villains represent the demons that will thrive, and they'll be the ones to survive. But heroes, they stick together. They strive for a higher purpose together as a society, and I think that's the main message of really you can get from this. From My Hero Academia, that if we stick together as a society, if we embrace each other, and if we don't embrace fear, if we don't embrace hatred, if we embrace the unknown and the trials, every trial we put through, if we embrace it as an opportunity to learn, we will improve as a society and we will flourish. And if we do the opposite, if we shy away from trials, if we run away due to fear of failure and let our fear and anger succumb to us, and we fall into our various pathological strains of behavior, society will become hell on earth. It can be heaven or earth, but heaven or hell, but we need more heroes than villains to make it heaven. Alright. Peace, this is your boy Little Shiv. I think I got a bit off track there, yo. Welcome. I just want to say thanks for joining me on the most premier entertainment channel on YouTube. This is certainly the best you can get. If you don't, I'll be honest, give me a like, give me a comment, because if you don't even want to give me a like, give me a comment, because I want to hear what you got to say. I want to hear what you think. You tell me my voice is bad, you tell me I talk too much. Well, I don't give a fuck. Just tell me something, alright? Talk to me about you. Tell me how your day's been. Tell me what's been happening to you. I just want to connect to people, connect to people out there watching my videos. Because there are a bunch of you, but I don't know what you're doing. Some of you click on it, some of you run away, but tell me what drugs you're doing. Tell me, yeah, peace out. But yeah, just if you want to catch up, though, you like my videos, subscribe. I was gonna take down my earlier videos. I thought they were a bit racist, but I don't give a fuck, nigga. But nigga isn't racist, really. If you say the word nigga, you're not racist. But anyway, that's another story. I'll make another video about that later. But yeah, YouTube's taking all my fucking videos because of copyright. Fuck you, YouTube. I mean, I love you, but fuck you. Me and YouTube is a fuck hate relationship. Yeah, so just Yeah, don't forget to subscribe and fucking, I don't know, you don't have to fucking subscribe, but just, like, fucking leave a comment, man. If you fucking hate the video, tell me you hate the video, just, I make videos on what I fucking want to do, I make videos on rap, videos on games, videos on fucking anything. I make videos on fucking Yo Mama if I wanted to. Kidding. Love you, peace. Alright. Stay lit. Yeah, stay lit, don't forget to comment. Bye.
Yo, man, fuck you, YouTube. Stop taking out my fucking videos. I'm not, there's no fucking sound. How is this fucking copyright? Holy shit.